Hey guys, so today we're gonna go over this funny video that this guy posted. You know, I'm gonna take this shit really unseriously because that's how this shit should be taken. Although at points I will go into depth on stuff maybe, but I'm just gonna narrate this. Actually, no, hold on, let me pause here for a minute. I don't really want to be going through all this. In fact, I'm just, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of not involved with the Undertale community anymore. I've deserted most servers, most Undertale servers I'm in now is just because I'm trying to get updates for games, and my server isn't really Undertale anymore. Still in the community, of course. I own an Undertale fan game, but I'm really in the broad generalization. And as I'll state here in this comment, which you can just read if you go to his video. But I've already dealt with all this, and for a year he's been trying to find stuff on me, whole year straight, and it's been like nothing. I don't know what he's been doing. Actually, no, I do know what he's been doing. I'm just saying shit because there's no script to this. But I'm just gonna come out and say this, dude. Like, not sure if I'll put the screenshots up. Might just have to take my word for it if I'm too lazy for it, because I kind of just feel like getting this drama over. Don't really want to deal with this anymore, you know? But, like, for weeks, I've been trying to come with a compromise to Raptor. If I'm being honest, Robin's been kind of the bad cop, but I've been trying to control him a little bit. No hate to Robin, still a good friend. But I was trying to come to a compromise, and then here we come to the video, and you want to know what we have. So we have me versus Robin first exposed sections. So he calls me a psychopath, and he calls them an asshole. So we want to talk about that major difference. Like, bro, this is like the one image where it's like, I want you hanging in the streets. Bro, what'd I do? Like, okay. Once again, he's kind of taking our ideas, having this whole like intro section and all. Old profile. So it's sad to see that old bio, but you know we're gonna keep moving. Okay, I know I'm pausing a lot, but like, dude, I be completely real with you, dude. I don't really want to deal with this right now. I know I say it a lot, but like, just kind of lost the love of my life. Not to really go into that. Don't feel like it right now, but I know it sounds like I'm being unserious, but I'm trying to avoid that topic. There's no script here, and I'm only doing this in one take. And I don't care about the audio suppression. I just want to get this over with so I can deal with my other problems that don't have to do with some attention seeker. Anyway, back to the sillies. Here we go with the fucking like edit that's like bad as hell. And you want to know what's like really funny here? Like, I'm of course being bad, like down bad for Undyne. That's like the only thing that's being talked about here. But like, bro, not gonna lie, I ain't the one who used a bot to go back and delete like thousands of DMs that were said in DMs. Because Raptor here is admitted he used a bot that almost got his fucking account hacked, where he used it to delete every DM he sent me in the past. See, let's just talk about this. Why would somebody do that if they've got nothing to hide? Like, come on now. I know for a fact he's just doing that to make some screenshots seem more out of context. I mean, not to be that guy, but I kind of went back and deleted some really bad stuff. Like, what I mean by I deleted really bad stuff is like we were both saying equally bad stuff at the time, but it makes me look worse because of the context. Like, where he was, I'm not sure if it was 100% equally bad stuff. Like, I know there are times where he was worse, and I was of course worse for Undyne. And let me go on here for a second. I'm really sorry to anybody who actually had to hear me be down bad for Undyne during that like 1 to 2 months where I was actually like a fucking freak for that. And I'm sorry for that. I'm way past that now. I'll let you know. I prefer not to dwell on that just because it kind of disgusts me to look back. And, you know, we have this whole thing about, oh, well, you did this, Jden, and you're exposing me for Kara. Unlike you, I actually changed from that. I look back and I see disgust, and I look at you and I still you, maybe not as much, but I still see you making the same jokes, some similar jokes, and it's, come on now. Yeah, here, I should probably not skip. It's gonna make me seem bad. I'll explain this. I'll just skip over it later in the video. This was a mistake, as in I shouldn't have done this. I admit I shouldn't have done this. I guess there are worse servers to raid, like as in like I shouldn't as in like if I raided a different server, maybe worse. I was kind of dumb the time. This was over a year ago, and I was just being stupid because I was kind of a little bit enraged and maybe having a power trip at the same time. However, you know, he is certainly an interesting individual to talk on the matter of breaking TOS, considering he has multiple alts in my server and multiple friends constantly getting him screenshots, which I'll point out later in the video, where he's banned. Now, let's note something. You may say, oh, and Jden, you're banned in Raptor server. You had screenshots in your video there. Those screenshots were before I was banned, from when I was there. In fact, most of them were actually during this event that I caused to go get it. Like, I get that. Like, that's where I got it from, when I wasn't banned. I'm using screenshots that were previously taken. There's a lot of screenshots in Raptor stuff that are taken by his spies or by his alts, which we are still trying to find. And to his friends, I know that probably quite a few of you are my friends too, and I'd really appreciate if you didn't betray me like this. You could just stay neutral. Even if it's a public announcement, he's still not supposed to see it. I don't see his announcements. He shouldn't see mine. Let's keep going. By the way, this edit is a disgrace. Yeah, just... Oh, by the way, he changed his, like, stuff here. Okay, like, okay, not gonna lie. I'll talk about this in a second, but, like... Bruh. Like... Are we really gonna make fun of me for this? This is back in the time where I was, like, really gay. Like, I was dating a guy. Which, we're not gonna talk about that guy. Not very good. But... I was dating a guy at the time, and they were calling me multiple slurs, as you can literally see here. So I was just kind of giving into it and being funny. So I don't think there's really any reason to call me out wrongly for this. Like, there's a difference between like to quote YOLO, there's a difference between let's laugh at a straight guy being gay and there's a gay guy, let's laugh at him. Okay, I gotta go over that. I gotta go over that. By the way, nice template, Raptor. Okay, this... I think this is gonna be mentioned later in the video. I haven't even watched the full thing. This... I still, to this day... I don't want to look at it. If you need to see the censored screenshot, you could just fucking go back and look at it. I was really stupid there. That was just me being a goddamn dumbass. If I'm being honest, like I would say I don't know what compelled me to make that. And what compelled me to share it with people, but it was most likely the fact that I get very well, at least I used to I know I'm stuttering and going back a lot of my words, but I don't. I don't know. I'm not that composed right now. But I made that. This is no excuse for what I did. Unlike some people, like somebody cough cough. I'm not gonna try and act like what I did was completely fine. I shouldn't have done that, and I've tried my best to completely erase it from the internet, and whatever screenshots you see were taken from a while ago before I was able to delete it. And I hope that all sources of it are gone now. And I'd be really not happy if all sources of it are still somewhere. And I'd just like to confirm on some stuff that actually no, we'll get to the part when we get to the part, but there's something you might accuse me of. I don't even know what that being there is on about. That was a complete joke. I'm just helping Robin out here. That was also a complete joke. That's just women kissing. I don't know. This. That was just stuff that like was between me and Robin. That was kind of like forced out of me. Like, cause at the time I thought Robin was a bad person. This is him stealing our idea. Ignore the aggressive key clicks, by the way. Okay, yeah, this once again. That was from a long time ago, and I could be wrong, but I feel like that's Raptor's account. Actually, no, I'm not sure if that's Raptor's account. That might not be. That might be. Maybe not. I don't know. I've never heard of that account ever before. And it looks strangely edited in, but I could be wrong. I don't remember it at all. Really, so yeah. And if it was another person, see, let's consider this, guys. If it was another person, why would he not censor it? And yeah, once again, that was during my 2-month period. I am once again very sorry to anybody who had to deal with me during that time. I've already explained myself in past events, so yeah, that kind of happened. I've moved on from that now. I've already explained. I've already gone into depth before. Yeah, okay. About this, yeah, you say it's time you fight back. Once again, I was willing to come to a compromise. You're just doing this so you can get a little bit more attention because your spotlight is kind of dying out. Let's just, like, go through this. I'm going to skip through this part. You can watch this on your own. I've already watched this whole thing. I'll pause here. Okay. So, this whole thing, this whole scandal, I've already talked about this in my server. I already went on about this. The first point I'll address, because the first thing that comes to mind. So, I know I messed up the dates on saying 4th and 5th grade, but if I'm going to be honest, because this was a complete lie just to test if he... By the way, mind you, this was not a good idea for me to do. I admit that was just a fucking... I should not have said that. That should not have been the way I would have tested his faith. I think just at the time, all I was thinking was, this is like something that's like bad enough that like he'd leak it without really caring. This is just my way to seeing if he would say shit about it. Honestly, like that's just the whole purpose of it. I wanted to see how long it would take and who it would be to specifically, because it does matter a lot who it would be to. Now, his censoring is already horrible here, and not to call him out, but he's kind of forcefully involving him here, and I kind of have to do it for my points. Sorry. I don't think he'll think any less of me for mentioning him, because it's, once again, it's obvious, but my friend Clap. At the time, Clap was, and still is, my main moderator. And also, one of my best friends, most definitely. So he goes to Clap with this information. This is part of what it is. He goes to... Bruh. He goes to clap because he wants clap to turn on me. He wants clap to turn on me. What you should notice is that this was on the 11th. This could have been accidental. I'm not sure, so I'm not going to make a definitive point on this. But beforehand, this is 8:25. That was 8:11. This was my shitty cover-up after this because I needed to dissolve the situation so I could make a point about this in the future. Just to kind of... I know this is a fucking shit way to do it, and I should not use this. Bad way. Don't do this, kids. Also, like... I'm gonna just be silly here. I don't know. I feel like there are bigger crimes, like, I don't know, maybe like slavery, like mass genocide, terrorism, just bombing in general, torture. I don't know, man. Like grape. Okay. This, not gonna lie, I was being an idiot. I was just not remembering. This is like when in movies they have a fucking like continuity error. This is me like not remembering what I said and like saying shit about it. But like I wasn't gonna go back and delete it because like I have to admit I've made mistakes. But I've come back from my mistakes. At least I've tried to, and I think I have. And I consider myself a better person now. And I'm not trying to start shit, but, you know, we got this motherfucker over here going on about all of this. Okay. Yeah, continuity here. Also, like, bro, you're not the fucking villain, bro. Like, stop talking like this is, like, your evil monologue master plan. Like, bro, you're, like... I don't even think there's, like, a main boss, but, like... You're like one of the mini bosses that like you have to like fight before like the actual like thing, you know, before the main boss fight. That's what you sound like. Like I'm sorry, like I cannot say like half of this exposed video seriously when the editing is not that good. It's like painfully bad. And like, oh, I keep fucking yawning, dude. I swear to God. Like, okay, you can't, like, you expect me to take it that seriously when you sound like this, bro. Okay, man. I may not sound the best, but, like, okay, dude. Like, bro, you're reading a script. Yeah, here's the continuity error. Also... Nice ban evading, buddy. Nice ban evading. This is most obviously him on an alt searching up in the tab 4th so he could get both of these and not leak his account. But like, dude, like, please stop ban evading. Like, we could have all avoided this if you just like been like, okay, fine, I'll leave now. Like, dude, I don't want this shit to happen, but like, can you get the fuck out my server? We don't want you here, bro. We're not in your server. Like, bro, come on. Like, can we be real here? I don't want to track down your, like, from the one Eggman meme where it's like, you fool, I have 50 alternative accounts. Like, I don't want to, like, also, you're asking ChatGPT. Literally. Okay, I don't fucking know what I'm talking about here. I think this is just a like satire like lie. I don't even think I was being like real here. I ever tried like fakeified it like a second later. Could be wrong though. I could have just been an idiot. Okay, honestly, I don't need to like talk about this. Like, if Robin's just okay, dude. Section 1. Okay, this guy's a psychopath. Section 2. Hey, you're disrespectful. Yeah, we'll go back to this later, dude. Actually, no, we won't go back to this later. Robin, you can solve this for yourself. No hate, but I'm here to solve my shit because, like, I don't care. Okay, okay. So here he talks about how a bunch of them weren't actually him. Dude, you cut off the screenshot. I never said that. Bro, you're putting words in my mouth. All I said was that they're just out of context. I never said that they weren't him. I never said any of that. The only one that wasn't him was the Frankfro screenshot. All of them were him. None of them were fake. So, come on now, bruh. You're just lying. Like, if I'm admitting to them not being him, then why is that not there? Huh? We want to talk about that? Oh, keep going. I don't care. Got nothing to deal with me. Hypocrisy. Yeah, we already talked about this. Okay, hypocrite, bro. This is the hypocrite section. You're being a hypocrite the exact same time. Stop breaking TOS. Stop getting on my server, please, for the love of fucking God. Also, bro, he's gonna talk about all this, but like, you can like ask like any mod in my server, bro. This man, Raptor, willingly invited a person to my server who proceeded to spam porn in every channel, bro. Like, you're gonna talk about rating and then have that shit still happen? Like, okay, man. Okay. You can say that all you want, but like, you say this in a hypocrite section, like, okay. Like, save that for somewhere else, bro. Yeah, the weirdness, like, okay, this is just like, there's like one screenshot of me. Okay. Yeah, once again, I already covered this. I'm not sure if he's gonna talk about it. Yeah, no, he's just taking our idea, putting Frank in there. Because he's, I don't know, he's trying to be Frank's friend or so. Dude, this was like a whole joke. This was a joke testimony. Are you stupid, bro? Do you not see the 50 wild emojis? Do you not see the plink? The wild, the dang, the fuck, the okay, the nice, the what, the whoa, the sick, the yeah, the hey, the I'm, the kill, the ouch, the HD, the scary, the brutal, the blue, wild, the white, dang, jolly, yellow, crunch, and plink. Do you not see all? Bro, this was a joke. This is a joke from one of my friends because they said, hey, you should put me in the video for real, for real. Like, okay, bro. I feel like that should be. You also, by the way, bro, you fucking called me a pedophile and you admitted to it. I already covered this base in my server. What do I mean my server in the video on you? You know, no one. Yeah, you fucking dragged this out of me because I thought Raptor was a bad person at the time. Okay, no, so now ignore, bro. Like, we were both sending each other shit. Like, okay, you're not gonna include that shit. By the way, like, bruh. Okay, this, I'll talk on this. This is wrong. I should not have sent shit like this. But, like, you were condoning it and, like, saying that I should. I'm not the one who. Let's see if he references the screenshot. Oh, no. He discluded this. No, that's like really funny. I'm not gonna keep it on that. I don't want to like listen to that shit anymore. Dude, he fucking discluded the screenshot where I said, bro, did you fucking do it? And he said, it was just funny at this point. I said, you jerked off, didn't you? And he said, you sent me too much, man. Like, okay, dude. Okay. Like, okay, bud. Okay, you do you. You do you. You're gonna say this shit on me, I'm gonna say this shit on you. You can ask me for the screenshot in DMs. I guess. I cannot be fucked to edit this. No, alt. I don't even remember. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think I was just like going along. Oh yeah, here's a. So, like, bruh, we really want to do this here. Like, I already talked about like the shit about like I don't like Undyne. My bad. My mic fucking died there for a second. That's my bad. All. But like, I already like talked about this, bro. I already mentioned like I was weird. Also, you sent me that dating game. The fuck you want about? Okay, we're gonna talk about this. Watch him call me the pedophile here. Watch him call me a pedophile on a groomer here. Oh, he made up some serious shit about this, bro. This shit was wild. Boom. Ignore the mic hit. Yeah, you want to know why? Because a weird motherfucker commissioned it from me. And I ain't even gonna bring him up because I don't care about that shit now. Oh, he's not calling me out here. Yes, it was commissioned. He was commissioned. And here's something that is not considered in all of this. Notice how similar the dates are. Dude, all of that was in the same night. The 2 commissions I drew and the art I did of my character were all done in the same night. Well, let me make sure I'm not capping here. $6.25. I think that's a similar day. I don't know. I made them at similar times. I know I made like okay, it was either in the same night or it's the same 2 days where I was like really like fucked in the head, dude. Like, okay, once again, I was a stupid motherfucker back then. I changed. I'm not fucking drawing not safe for work for nobody anymore. I shouldn't be doing that shit. I'm 14 years old, almost 15. About like 4 months. Actually no, a little bit more than 3 months. So happy early birthday to me. But yeah, so this shit was like, I talked about this for a while. This was a bad mistake to go on about, and I'm not gonna. I hope they don't mention the one person that also did this because I got no real hate towards that person anymore. Because I kind of like, I don't know, I kind of done with that person. Like, I ain't talked to them. I know Passio's mentioned he's gone off the internet, so I don't really give a shit about that. But like the other person I could mention before, they don't deserve any hate. I think we both changed for the better since then. I don't know, 100%. I ain't talking to them forever. Okay. Like, you're acting like this a multi-day effort, bruh. Once again, I drew them in the same night. Once again, does not excuse it. I'll get serious here for a second. Does not excuse what I did. That I drew them in the same night. Or that I was sleep deprived. It's not any sort of a reason. Well, no, that is a reason why. Because I was not in my right mind. And I think anybody can know that after certain times, Okay. So, let me level with you guys for a second. I am naturally not that stable. The reason I voice crazy characters so much, yeah, okay, no, I'm not a psychopath like this says, but I'm just not like the most mentally right in the head, as in like I could be like a better person, but I'm not like Satan. Like he's gonna make a point about this. Is oh he's admitting that he's all bad in this shit. But like I used to be like bad during the night. I've controlled it now, but all I am now is I'm just unstable in terms of emotions at the night. I can go through a lot of stuff, a very quick time frame. But I during the day, it lasts very long, very long. I take medication in the morning that keeps me awake to help with my insomnia, and it helps with my ADHD to keep me under control, and it makes me focus more on my goals than my emotions, which is why sometimes you'll also notice how maybe something tragic will happen to me, and the next day maybe I'll be sounding slightly sad, but I'll be trying to ignore it. It's because that's how I function. Just for a little information there. Not trying to grasp too much sympathy here, but never hurt. But I'm just not the most mentally right at night. I've learned to control it more as I matured, become a better person, changed from my actions, reflected, looked back. I've done. Instead of still making the same shit and trying to cause drama, apparently. I hope you know I'm like talking about Raptor. I'm saying like, yeah, okay. I think we all know he is the drama starter here. I avoided him for a year, and then I got called a doxer. And then he tried to use that because somebody else called me a doxer. I didn't need to mention their name because I don't need people going for them. But somebody called me a doxer, and then like Raptor tried to use that to be like, I'm gonna get him to kill you for saying that. Because I'm not even sure if he said it a joke or not. It was a lie, but somebody called me a doxer, and then Raptor was like, I'm gonna go tell Jade about this. You're gonna get exposed. So that kind of put me off as, dude, I'm not fucking working for you. Because he sent it to Clap, so Clap would send it to me, so I would trust it instead of Raptor just sending it directly to me. So, but I saw this very obviously because I received more screenshots than he thought I did. And it was about talking about how like. Let me think. It's talking about how he was going to use it to put somebody else in the wrong, so I would go get them. Because, I don't know, he thinks I'm some sort of evil villain main character that, like, I snap my fingers and somebody gets 10 exposed videos made on them. No, I'm not like that. I'm not built like that, bro. I'm not the, like, king of the drama. I'm not like Harry Twinkle, like, king of the block. Like, okay. But yeah, I think I said what needed he said there. But yeah, I still regret doing that shit. I think it's erased from everyone on the internet. And here's a little thing that Raptor actually tried to do. He tried to turn this. He's not going to mention this because he doesn't want to seem bad. He tried to turn this into calling me a pedophile because he thought I drew a real. No. I'm pretty sure he didn't actually think this. He was just using it. Then disproved it because if you didn't know, I used to act like Cheryl was a different person from me, and that just wasn't me wanting to be like a girl sometimes. I tried to act like that. I tried to put that off like that for a very long time, so a lot of people actually believed, oh, Cheryl's a different person. An even funnier thing is Raptor took this. He thought Cheryl was, because the art I drew was of DSU Cheryl, but I'm gonna talk about that. But and he was like, oh well, it must actually not be DSU Cheryl, and it must actually be the real Cheryl, which he knows in real life. Which I never said that I knew them in real life, by the way. I just said they were a friend, dude. Like, come on, the fuck are we on about here? What are we doing here, pal? Like, okay. But actually, Wild tried to say that it was drawing not safe for work of a real person, of a real minor. No, I'm not doing that shit, dude. This does not excuse it, but the character I was drawing was they're like, I cannot be fucked to go get it. Actually, no, they're 21. Now I remember. Yeah, okay. Cheryl at the time, DSO Cheryl was 21 years old. Yeah, I know they're still a fictional character, but it's not like I'm drawing like fictional minors. It's still not an excuse. I shouldn't have done that. Once again, that's not excused. I did it because I was being stupid, and I don't know. I was just being weird, dude. Like 3 a.m. in the morning, I felt like doing it. It's weird. When I say doing it, I meant like I felt like drawing it, not the fucking other thing, bro. Like, okay, bro, let's not dwell on that subject. I don't even need to say shit on that. That's just like weird. But like, bruh, come on now. I said that a lot this video, huh? I don't know what I'm gonna upload this on, by the way. Anyway, let's keep going with the video. Yep. Once again, shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna say it again. What? What did I do? What? Huh? Oh, yeah, okay. So he's just gonna bring it up. What are you talking about? Okay. Here's my comment on this. If your religion doesn't include the LGBTQ community, no hate, you can be part of that. However, it becomes an issue when you start using it as an excuse to make homophobic comments. Your religion can be against it, but that does not mean you can use it as an excuse to say blatantly not okay things. Like, you admitted it's against my religion. You don't have, bro, you don't have to talk about that. You are looking for trouble if you're talking about how this is against it. My religion is against the LGBTQ plus community. They don't like gay people. Like, okay, bro, you just don't have to talk about that. If you don't want trouble, then you don't mention that, bro. Yeah, you're a flig too. Yes. Part 2 has not released. Because I don't want to do it. I want the drama to be over. But I'm counting this as part 2. And part 2 wasn't released because I didn't want to do this. Like, bro, I don't want to be involved with you, bro. I want this to be over. I want to go away. I want to scurry back to my cave. I want to scurry back to my cave and make my meat morp drawings. Draw funny little aliens and draw DSUO every so often and make my funny game play Forsaken. But no, today, literally like 2 hours ago, I'm playing Forsaken. And I get a DM from Raptor counting down saying, I'm gonna drop a video on you, kid. It's like, bro, please, for the love of God, leave me alone, bro. What did I even do? What did I even do? What else does he have to say? Wait, what is he talking about? Yeah. Here you are admitting to it here. It's different person. You see it there. You see it there. I was, bruh. Okay, wait, no. Did I say it was? Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. Let me revise some points. Okay. Let me revise the points. Let me revise this a little bit. Okay. My bad all. I was misinformed. Still not going to edit this video. So, I didn't even know that I said there was a real person. I forgot about that. That's my bad. To be fair, that's almost a year ago that I said that. But like I know I was saying that as just I'll try to get this over quick. By the way, ignore the random background noise. I'm just like fiddling with my chair, like hitting my desk, like picking shit up. I don't know. Like, okay, bro, and like clicking keys, and like scratching my arm. But yeah, I said they were a real person just as more of a cover up because I was not ready to come out about I know it's a stupid way to do it, but I was not ready to come out about like wanting to also be a girl. I know that I sound completely like a man, but I don't feel comfortable. Okay, hold on. I know I know I'm kind of drifting off here. I know I talk a lot about, oh, I have the voices to be a girl. Yeah, I do. I just don't feel comfortable doing them around people yet. I want to be. I don't know. I don't want to be trans. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm fine with the body I have, but like, yeah, I have the voices. I just don't feel comfortable doing them around people yet. I got to get used to that. Anyway, yeah, to incriminate you because you're trying to fucking start. Shit. Also, people talk about well, I don't know why I'm saying people talk about. He talks about saving myself. I already like addressed these allegations like a while ago. I just gotta like put it in a video here because people can't be bothered to read all the Discord. I've provided my screenshots. I've provided my evidence. I think I've made my fair points here. If you want to go find the evidence, you can do that yourself and go look at my channels and stuff. Once again, this is not out of lack. This is out of, I just don't want to deal with that. Now, I'm going to put this out. Actually, no, I'll speak at the end of the video. Yes, I am just trying to make a game. I'm trying to make a game and I'm trying to play games. Oh, let me read this over. Yeah, I did need to have a way to make it end. Okay. The reason I did it was not because of him finding stuff on me, was just because I was tired of him constantly like gloating about I'm gonna find something on you. I just wanted him off of me. I just didn't want to like have to like talk about it. Yeah, I stand by this. I still say that you're doing this. I should be held accountable. Yeah, I've been held accountable for my actions for so many times, dude. In fact, my server got. Actually, no, let's go back to another point. My server been raided twice because of you. One of the times was raided because people were calling me a pedophile and a groomer. Right now, I have a person on my block list called Jden groomed me. Like, dude, caused a raid to happen 2 times in my server. I've caused it once for you. That doesn't excuse me for doing it, but you can't call me out on if you've done it more. So yeah, I have been held accountable. Dude, I've gotten okay. Yeah, I keep going back, but dude, I feel like I've had much more lashback for actions than he has. Like over a course of time. Like we could go back, dude. We could go back. We want to go back? Just scroll through serious announcements and announcements. There's about 5 drama arcs worth to read if you want to go through that. Once again, Robin can respond to this. Oh, hold on. Here's the funny thing. Hey, yeah. You guys see the screenshots? That's more ban evading on that top. That's my server. That's in my server. Those are in serious announcements. Please stop ban evading, Raptor. Please get out. Please get out. So far, you've broken on different accounts. If we count every screenshot that you've taken, you have at least, at maximum, you have 6 accounts. Well, 6 times of breaking Discord TOS. And if we just count them individually, then we could say raiding servers and breaking Discord TOS. And I can't be bothered to read all of the TOS, but that's just the obvious ones. Actually, no, here. One other thing we can say. That's kind of a far stretch. is that he was willingly harboring somebody that was 11 years old, being on his side and not like telling him to like stop being on here. No hate to that 11-year-old now, by the way, because he also thinks Raptor's an op. I'm not saying he can come back, and I'm not saying he should be on Discord, but I'm just saying I don't hate him now, because he was manipulated by Raptor into going after me, and it did kind of work, and I said a lot of stuff about that guy, and I don't think he should have paid into it, because he of course had a vendetta against me at the time, I think, but then he kind of went back on it and realized that I maybe wasn't as bad as he thought I was. I'm talking about a certain individual that probably obvious to the people who know, but if other people won't know, I'm not going to mention their names, as I don't really want to deal with this. I don't want them to have to be dragged back into it. Unlike Raptor, who blatantly fucking mentioned who they were in his. Oh damn! Okay. I got a little pressed there. Let me calm down a second. But like, unlike Raptor, who blatantly like mentioned their names in his video, like, okay, dude, we censored them for a reason, and I get that I mentioned my friend Clap, but you didn't even really censor his name, dude. Like, it's just there. Like, it's already there, bro. Your message is said, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree with what you're putting down here on the table, but I don't agree with it. Now, let me put a little bit more of a serious message out here. Also, ignore the terrible fucking crop on the video. But, dude, please, for the love of God, don't send more people to my server. I don't want to really deal with that now. I'm trying to have my own life, not involved with you, trying to fuck it up. Trying to do fun stuff now with my life, trying to have a good time. You know, all of that shit. Like, I don't know, man. Also, like, ignore, like, no audio of the video being in there. Like, I already, like, explained most of the stuff in there. If you... Okay. Like, I could not be fucked to put Raptor's voice in my video. Like, okay. If you want to hear what he's saying, just, once again, go to his video. Listen to him. But I've already made my points. I said what I said. Please don't come for my server again. Make a response video. If you do that, I'll be kind of pressed about it, because I just want this to be over. I'm saying this because they're saying stuff about me that's already been proved wrong. So, yeah. Anyway, goodbye. I'm gonna go back to my friends now, and I'm gonna try to have a silly little time playing my games. So I will see you later, peoples. And, fuck you, Raptor Mo, you an op.